But I miss things about being in a relationship too. I miss that, like having that having a vagina in this area. I miss that a lot. It's something I like. Pro-cunnilingus. I'm trying to use that word more. The term pussy eating just doesn't sound right to me. Like that sounds to me like that's what you should call it when they do it in porn. Like the wrong way. You know? Like the porn where they're just like, the guy's like, what is that? Why? It's every porn. They're doing that. I don't know why. I haven't slept with every woman, but I've slept with some women. Okay, double digits, no big deal, but like, none of them have ever been like, yeah, slap me right on the pussy. That's not, based on my data, that is not a thing women like. But it's in all the porn. It's a lot of porn doesn't make sense. You guys don't have, you can tell me after the show if this applies to you, but I really want to know who it is that is creating the market and the demand for all of the incest porn. Because that's what it all is now. It's all, why? Even the ones that aren't actually incest porn, they just change the title of the video because that's what gets clicks now. I know I'm not watching it because it's gross. And because the acting's terrible, so definitely not me. Where was I going with that? I'm pro-cunnilingus, that's what I was saying. I'm pro-oral sex in general. I think if you're a sexually active adult, you should dedicate some time and energy to getting good at oral sex.
That's true.
Thank you. You might not agree with me on this next part. Because I think you should also practice on people who have the same genitals as yours. Not exclusively, just listen, okay? I'm not saying you have to change your sexual orientation. Okay? This is just for practice. Because in all cases, in all situations, you are going to be better able to instruct somebody else on how to do a thing if you know how to do that thing. That is universal fact, okay? And if everybody's college stereotypes are to be believed, women are already doing this. The problem is they've now gained the information and are experts at instructing people on how to perform cunnilingus, but the dissemination of that information depends on men's ability to listen. I'm just saying, if you want to get better blowjobs, suck a dick once in a while. I saw another commercial for a product like aimed at saving women from the horror of having their vaginas smell like vaginas. And can that stop? Can those products stop existing? Can we stop allowing them to exist as a society, for Christ's sake? I happen to like the way that women smell, and I think there's a very important biological, evolutionary, sexual reason for the way that women smell. So not only do I think that we should not be trying to get rid of it, I think we should be trying to replicate it. Okay, go with me. I think that if the people at Glade, Airwick, and Wizard could figure out a way to harness it, right, they could make millions of dollars. And if you don't believe me, come on a little imagination journey with me. Go back to college. You go into your buddy's dorm room. You knock on the door. You're like, hey man, you want to study for that calculus? Dude, did you just get laid like right now? No man, play plug-in. Yeah. Stays fresh for 7 days. I also think if you're an adult man and you still think it's funny to make smelly pussy jokes, you just shouldn't be allowed to touch vaginas. That's fair, right? I feel like that usually gets a bigger response. I ran over it too fast, didn't I? I did. Point of the story is I'm really glad to be in a relationship. I'm glad to no longer be the only single friend in my friend group and therefore the de facto fight settler for all of my couple friends. Because that's what happens when you're the only single person, because they can't bring another couple into their fight, because then they just split off. One goes to either side, and it's a zero-sum game. Like one person, somebody's got to gain one in order to win the marriage, which, as I understand it, is the point of marriage. And so I would get roped into these things, and I'm so stupid. I would fall for it every time. I would just, like, I'd come over to a friend's house, and I don't even care what I'm about to say. I'm just trying to say something nice because they're having me into their home. And I just look around the room, and I'm like, hey, cool end table. And he's like, yeah, it is, right? It's a nice end table, right? It looks good in that corner, right? Remember you said that, honey! Just remember you said that, maybe practice it a couple of times, just kind of get the flow, the cadence right, just because I just want you to tell her what you just told me, so just maybe go over it a couple of times, just how much you like it, how good it looks in that corner, and how it was a good decision to put it there, and when we should definitely keep it there. Honey, Leon has something he wants to tell you about the end table! And then she comes into the room and does the universal body language for not impressed with what's about to happen. That kind of... And then I have to be marriage counselor to these people. I have to be like, okay, Jessica, what Michael's trying to say is that he often feels insecure about the decor in the house because he feels like he's not contributing, so he wants to kind of have more of a voice with you when you guys are making decisions together as a couple on how you're going to decorate your collective space. Now, Michael, what Jessica is trying to say is that you literally picked that end table up for free from the side of the road, and maybe this isn't the hill you should die on. And then they make up and go have sex, and I go home alone to my asshole cat. How is that fair?